Hi, I'm Lauren Braun Costello. There's a right way to cook, there's a wrong way to cook, and then there's my way because it's Lauren, of course. Tonight we're doing our second episode of Technique Not Torture for Teens with Jonathan, and the subject is
slicing vegetables.
Knife skills.
Knife skills.
Slicing vegetables. This is a good answer. Very specifically knife skills. Well, very specifically slicing vegetables. And generally speaking, knife skills. We are going to talk all about the knife.
Yes.
This is the most important thing, Jonathan. If you only had one tool, it would be this in the kitchen. And I'm going to teach you how to use it.
All right.
Okay, are you ready? Because I know you don't want to lose your fingers. You're a soccer player, but it's still nice to have fingers.
It's nice to have the fingers.
Very good. Okay. So I was thinking tonight, well, we're just seeing if people join.
We got peoples.
We got peoples. Okay, good. I thought what we would do is slice some basic vegetables that work for crudité, because that's the kind of thing that's a useful skill, right?
Yes.
You like hummus?
I love
hummus. He can't concentrate because he's focused on France and the World Cup. Am I right?
Yes.
You're focused. You got this is a fancy. Did you pick this up at the World Cup?
I did.
You did. It's fantastic. It's toile.
Yeah, you want to get a good
Yeah, we should probably get a good look. You can move over,
sure,
Jay.
Come on over, take a look.
Come on over.
So it's French football toile. We got Paris. We got a cow.
It's football toile. Wow.
We got a man and a woman playing soccer.
Phenomenal.
We got the Arc de Triomphe. Everyone's there.
And the bleu, blanc, rouge. All the flags. Yeah,
Right
I see. That's
attention
Got the rooster.
to
Yes, I
detail.
could take my bedroom and decorate it in the French jersey. Okay, so I think what we should do, if anyone has any questions, comments, issues, allegations, we can begin there. Otherwise, I think we get right to it.
Luca Canadio says he needs to come to the next one.
Yeah, Luca, I actually
butchered the name.
Yeah, he butchered.
Butchered it just like.
Well, that's okay.
Just like yeah.
There you go. Okay,
There
Luca. We'll stick with Luca.
Luca,
I have plans for you. I know when I think you should. We're gonna have some teen guests on the Technique Not Torture show.
For sure.
For teens, and we're gonna have some teen judges at the end. Jonathan's gonna have to prepare us a full meal, so we're gonna get some teen judges. So this will be good. But before we do any of that, the kid has to know how to cut some stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay, don't worry. You stand here. Can you stand here? Okay. So, very first thing before you do anything is to make sure that and I did this for you, Jonathan. You don't have to deal. These cutting boards are very cool. They have little rubber grips. If you don't have rubber grips, because that helps, you can see it doesn't really move.
Sticks.
If you don't have that, you want to put a wet paper towel underneath your cutting board so it doesn't slip around. But these are cool. They have the rubberized bottoms. I want to review the parts of the knife. So if you're watching and you're a teen, or you're watching you're an adult, or you're watching and you're a younger kid, if you get anything out of this episode, this is important. So, Sean, is it helpful if I move closer, or do you want to?
Why don't you get closer?
You want to switch?
We can switch for a moment. That's fine. We're going to do a little do-si-doing. Am I in a good way
you're
here?
perfect.
Okay.
You're in both
So, okay, great. So, this is a knife. This is a chef's knife. This is 8 inches. This is 6 inches. These are both by Misen for mise en place, appropriately. Mise en place means put in place. That's when you organize all of your ingredients in an organized fashion before you start cooking. These are 2 different size blades, but the aspects of the knife are the same, so let's review them. This, like I said, is the blade. The blade has many components. It has a spine that's flat and not sharp. You can scrape things with the spine and not dull the knife. Then it has an edge. The edge is very sharp, hopefully. That's the edge, and that's the cutting apparatus from the tip to the heel, okay? From the tip to the heel. Then you have the handle. The handle has a bolster against which we're going to review this a few times tonight. You grip the blade and hold the handle. And then there's rivets. You see the rivets? That keeps the knife in place. Now, this is a very good knife, expensive knife, a nice knife, and it's evenly weighted. When you pick this up, Jonathan, you'll feel. You can see here, you might notice, this blade goes all the way down this handle. And that is what we call a full tang, the tang of the blade, which is to say, that's not just a pretty, decorative piping on the handle. No,
It's actually holding it.
it's actually that it's weighted. You can just hold that. This blades are either forged or stamped.
So it should be able to like hold on your finger.
No, it should just feel heavy in your hand. A full tang here. You can, I'll give you an example of something that's not full tang. Okay, this hunk of junk. This is just a little nothing paring knife, not a particularly expensive one, and it has a plastic handle. This blade stops probably around here. It's not heavy. There's nothing. This is just the plastic. The blade doesn't go all, the handle of the blade. You see, this handle goes in. What it does is it creates an even weightedness, which can be very productive for rocking and slicing and chopping, an even weightedness. If this were all heavy here, top heavy, and this was just hollow or light and not heavy with metal, it would, when you put that in your hands, you wouldn't
Right,
balance
just-
it the way you were, it would fall down. Good knives usually have a full tang. There's exceptions, but this is pretty typical. Final thing on blades. Blades can be stamped or forged. Forged is when they literally shape them. Stamped is when they have sheets of metal. Sean can jump in if I'm getting this wrong. Sheets of metal and they literally stamp out the shape. Either way, that can have a full tang, and that's what we have here. And that's going to make the actual act of cutting very productive. So I'm going to stick with the,
All right.
we're going to switch spots. I'm going to stick with the 8-inch, and you're going to stick with the 6-inch. Yes, questions.
Beginner model? No, we're just getting a lot of comments on Jonathan's outfit.
Yeah, I know. We're all here for Jonathan's outfit. Who isn't? I'm even here for Jonathan's outfit. Okay.
Exactly. Ethan Perry loves your blade.
Yeah, it's really nice. And I recommend these Misen knives. They gave these to me for an Instagram campaign I did for them, like some content, and I have loved them from the moment they gave them to me. And of course, I love the blue, right? We love le bleu. Okay,
It's pretty close.
it's pretty
actually.
close. We have to go Vive la France over here. Okay, so I mean, it's we've gone mad. So, Jonathan,
Yes.
I want to demo for you a couple of motions before I actually hand you the celery and the cucumbers. Now, I know you're like me. You like peppers, you like carrots, you like cucumbers. You could live without the celery. But celery's fun to practice on.
Sure.
So we're just going to obliterate it. We're going to chop it up and forget about it, okay?
Cool.
So when we hold the knife, there's lots of different ways to hold a knife based on what you're doing. But if what you're doing is either, and I'll just demo this first, is either slicing by rocking forward, slicing by staying up on the knife backward, or chopping, or even this kind of chopping, we hold the knife like this. I can switch again for a sec if you want. Or I can come in. I don't want to be in your way. Sorry.
it's all good.
Sorry, we're trying to make this so you guys can see. So you want to hold, you want to pinch the blade. You have a thumb and an index. And if you're left-handed, this is going to be the absolute same with your left hand. We're right-handed, so that's how we're
Right.
going to do it. But this applies for the left-handed people out there. You want to pinch the blade with your thumb and your index finger. Now where do the rest of your fingers go? Around the bolster, the handle, okay?
Okay.
And so why is that? The reason is to control the apparatus that actually cuts. People who hold knives like this are not controlling the thing that actually does the cutting. They're holding the
Right.
handle. You want to hold the thing. You want it basically to be an extension of your hand. Is what if your hands were sharp enough to do the job, but you do it with your hands, right? Okay? So that's how you have to think about it. Yes, when you're slicing bread with a bread knife, which looks like a saw because it has teeth, and you're sawing through something, then holding it like this is a good idea. This nonsense is a fast track to your finger slipping and being cut. I'm going to give you a little trivia before we start rocking in motion. Go ahead.
All right.
Jonathan,
Yes.
is a safe knife one that is dull or one that is sharp?
Sharp.
And why is that?
Because if it's a dull, like a knife, then you probably end up like doing like a harder motion, and then you
Yes.
could like push down and.
You'd exert
Actually,
yourself.
yeah.
He got that 100% right. So you've been living here for 16 years.
Yeah,
It's
I've heard it
exciting.
before.
Something got in. Okay, you've heard it before.
Yeah.
People are afraid of sharp. Oh, I let my kids use a dull knife, not a sharp knife. I don't want them to hurt themselves. No. Dull knife means he's right. You've got to push. The whole point is this bad boy should do its thing for you, okay, when it's nice and sharp. Let's practice some motions, okay?
All right, sure.
So let's see you hold that. See, he's good. Show the people you got that. That's exactly right. And I love the way he's got a, I'll face this way. He's got a looseness. Like almost like he's doing one of those, what do you call with the little, when you turn out, you have the lights and you make a shadow puppet. A shadow puppet. Like you have a nice, you're not squeezing, you're allowing for the motion. It's very good. Pinching that blade. Okay, so let's do this. Let's set the blade down. So you might notice the blade rocks, right? There's a rocking motion. So the heel is really a final motion for your beginner slicing. So you're on the heel. You're going to tilt the knife up on the spine. Very good. Okay? And now you're going to come back. And while you're going back, you're going to be going down at the same time. Does that make sense? Very good. Now you're hitting. And now to complete that cut, you're going to go through. Pretty darn good. Make sure you stay on the heel. So you guys might have seen, and you've had this happen, you get kale salad or whatever, and they cut 6 slices. It looks like a little, like a fan, like an octopus. It's all.
Yeah.
That's because they're not completing the task. So we're gonna do that. So we're gonna take this. I know you and I don't like celery, so that's fine.
That's fine.
Okay, so this is a good thing to cut. So I'm gonna demo this, and then I want you to do it. Okay?
Sure.
Is that cool? All right.
Cool.
So now I'm gonna go very slowly. And you should go very slowly until you get comfortable. Here's another thing, teens, grown-ups, kids. This is one of my notes from Notes on Cooking, one of my books, and it's an important note. Speed is the gift that you earn from mastery of craft and finesse of craft. You don't go fast until you've mastered the technique or the act or the, right? And that's true. You would say that's probably very true on the sports field.
100%.
Right? So meaning you can't do funky fast moves if you don't have the basic thing. I used to figure skate. So I think of a figure skater, you see them do crossovers and move across the ice really quickly. Well, you don't do that until you've mastered pushing, being on your edge, crossing over. Really, you have to get the motion right. So slowly, what we do, I'll make a little room here, sorry. If nobody minds, I'm going to turn this way because one other thing, you always work straight on. I'll tell you that. This type of thing, if you have to, there's some constraint, fine. But all things being equal, you work straight on with a knife. You work straight. You don't, take angles, ideally, okay? There are exceptions. There's some angle cuts, but basic cuts, okay? So this is your claw grip hand. We'll get you there, Jay. You're going to clamp down, okay, to protect yourself. And if you're left-handed, this is you're just reversing, but same thing. Okay, and I'm gonna start with this underneath. I'm gonna come, you see I bring the tip. The reason I start at the tip is because all of this space, those on mine, 8 inches, 6 on yours, is sharp knife to confirm we made the cut. And then we come back, and we go down, and we go again. And we come back. You see that motion? Would it be helpful if I turn to the side, Sean? I can do that. Here you go. Here you go. Is that helpful? This is fine with me. See, we're going down. That's the first inch, but I've got 8 inches to confirm. Now, why is that relevant? Well, I'm going really slowly, so I'm clearly just even going on the down, making the cut, and this is a nice sharp knife. But let's say I sped that up. If I were going to speed that up, what would it look like? You see? I want to go through. You see how I'm using, I'll slow it down for you again. Do you see? I've slowed it down for you. Do you see how I'm using all of that blade? Jonathan, do you see that? I'm really going across. Do you see how I'm going across the 8 inches?
Yes.
And then that's helpful because when you get the speed, you're making sure you're hitting it down. So, you try. Okay?
Sure.
And you, again, speed is not your thing.
Okay.
So start with your knife up. Sorry, that was I didn't explain that well. I'm sorry. Nope, see, we're already doing that. Let's keep that pinched beautifully. Move your knife for 1 second from there, huh? Okay, put this like under.
Sure.
And put your knife up over it. And then does that make sense?
Yes.
And then now I'll let you be and do it yourself. Okay, but continue that, yeah. Good, now lift that. No, don't lift the knife up. You're just rocking, babe.
Okay.
The tip never comes back up. You can do what you're doing, but it takes more energy. Think about it.
Right.
You're scissor cutting now. So he's doing something interesting. So you can stop for a second. I'll show you what you're doing. That's a cut too, but it usually comes with more expertise later. You're doing this. You ready?
Yeah.
I'll do it from the side if that's helpful. Okay, you're doing this. You're going, and it's harder to do this. You're using just the tip. Sorry. You're using just the tip. What is going on there? Sorry. This is not so sticky. Hold on. I'm pushing too hard on it. It's not doing what I want it to do. I'm gonna do, not good. Now see, that would happen twice. I could hurt myself. Don't want to do that. That should be a little more stable.
So why'd you do that?
Why'd I do this? For stability. That slipped on me twice. It's not like I don't know how to use it. Also, my board moves. This is kind of not. Jonathan's situation is more stable. Okay, so you're doing this. You see how I'm using mostly just this sharp tip. We don't want to do that for you. What we want to do, now you could, yes, could you accomplish something doing this? Yes, but it's energy. Right. That's like saying tread water for 45 minutes and you use your legs the whole time instead of floating on your back. That's not smart, right? So what you want to do is you want to you start at the tip as opposed to here, strictly for the purpose of going down and finishing the job with all those inches you have. Then you come back up. You haven't lifted the knife off the ground. Make the slice, finish the job. Come back up, make the slice, finish the job.
All right.
Does that make sense? All right, let's see. So start with your tip on the board. Tip on the board? Yeah, and rock it back there, but pull the knife back to you. Okay, go forward. Now now on the tip, all the way back. Drag it nope, lift the knife up more, all the way back. More. Now go cut. Now go through it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's okay. We can turn you the other way if you need.
Here,
there you go. That's smart.
Ah.
It's okay.
I feel like this watch like a paint your eye a little bit.
It is, but it won't always feel this way. I mean, you see me cut things all day long. I go speed demon. You're doing a great job. But see, keep that knife, make the knife hit the board. Down, down. Yes. Now up. Yes. How do you think he's doing, guys? Down, hit the board all the way down. Get that heel down.
We're getting good reviews.
Good reviews. All right. You can stop anytime you want if this is stressing you out, because I know celery is annoying. Okay. But be honest. Does it make sense to you at all?
Yeah, it does.
It does a little bit? Okay. So, since we have this garbage we don't like so much, sorry for all you celery lovers out there. Take your stuff, not this, and let's practice this thing before we get into the good stuff we want to eat before we make our hummus. Now, ha-ha!
Oh,
there's one. Jonathan, do you hear that scrapey noise? He's dulling the blade. We want him to turn it over.
Like this?
Be very mindful and gather with the spine. Remember we talked about the flat spine versus the sharp edge? We don't want to dull that edge, babe. Okay? But flat. You're going to hurt yourself like that. Flat. No, turn it around. You get your feet flat on the ground. There you go. Yeah, okay. So, now that we have this little pile, let's say it were herbs or something. We can still pinch and hold. You're doing a very good job there. And now we're up on our tip, right? Because this is a curved situation. We can now use this like a fulcrum. Would you agree, Sean? That would be the...
Totally.
Okay? And we can go up and down and up and down. But you see the knife's we're not going like this. Does that make sense? We're not doing that. We're doing up and down, rocking. So go ahead, you can do that. Pretend like we're chopping parsley or something for lemon chicken or whatever, which is something I know you want to make. We'll make that. Maybe Luca wants to come judge that. He'd like that. So all right, so see John is torquing his wrist a little bit. He's doing like this kind of thing. We just want, this can move like a sundial on an axis. Keep that, yeah. Try it one more. Yeah, that's okay. You may carefully, from the top down, get it up. You have to be careful. It's not a samurai knife or something. It won't hurt you, but okay. Let's see. Let me see you do that one more time. So try it with this knife. Let me see if you're happier with it. You're a man. Let me see if you're happier with an 8-inch knife. Go ahead. Seesaw, up and down, seesaw. Up, really go up. Yeah. Does that make sense to you? Does it feel like a natural way to accomplish that goal, or does it feel like a cumbersome, unnatural way
It's
to
not
accomplish?
too cumbersome.
Not too cumbersome. Okay. Right, you did a good job with that. And so you would keep going, if you needed to scrape them in, you'd continue to scrape
So
it in.
Jenny Welch says she makes your lemon chicken all the time.
Yes. So she knows about that chopped
And she
parsley.
made herb de Provence chicken 2 nights.
Ah, you did?
Lucky
I
kids.
should have come over to Jenny's house. That's a great recipe on it'slearningcourse.com, which, by the way, I don't know if Emily Raber's on, but I got a note today that I couldn't respond to because I was in the car the whole day and then busy. Apparently, the new website is going to be ready any minute. It's very exciting.
Oh.
It's okay. It's all right. So,
One's a
one
little-
thing. All right.
little bent.
Jonathan's getting a lot of comments.
A lot of comments. Good skills, right? Okay.
All right.
Oh,
All set.
other than he almost whacked off his mother. Okay. No. Let's get you here. I'll get you a schmata for that.
Sure.
Here you go. Here you go. Okay, so now what I'd like to do is peppers, because peppers are fun. Okay? You want to be red or yellow?
I'll be red.
I knew it. He's in his French mode. This I don't like, though. This is a little dirty situation. And put your rag to the side. Give me the rag, please. Okay, good. All right, so. What's up, Sean? You look like you're about to say something. You know what? I got to stabilize you, too. I'm not happy with how that's going. You're going to hurt yourself.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not liking that. Lift your knife up, please, son. Thank you. What's up, Sean? Yes.
Just explain what you're doing for the first timers.
What are we explaining? Okay, we're doing knife skills tonight, and right now Jonathan just sliced some celery, but right now we're gonna slice some peppers for crudité. I have a very particular way of cutting peppers. Obviously, there's exceptions to this, right, Jonathan? Now I'll show you the easiest, most basic way to do it. This is our garbage bowl, okay? You like red.
Sure.
If it's cool with you, I'm gonna demo it, and then you're gonna do it. So we won't do
Awesome.
it in tandem. Cool? All right.
Cool.
So, bell pepper, it's a sweet pepper. This technique that I'm using is great for if you have to dice a pepper, if you have to saute strips of pepper, if you want to make crudité, any kind of application of pepper that way. Now, a lot of people will cut along this quadrant, right, and separate it, or just do in half and then take out the stem and the seeds.
Right.
I have an easier, better way that's less messy. Anyone who's ever cut a pepper before knows sometimes the seeds can go everywhere. So what I like to do is come in at the top, okay? I have this nice thing. I have this as garbage, okay? And this is still attached. Don't worry, I have a plan for that. See this bottom? Usually it's 4, sometimes it's 3, right?
Right.
I'm gonna trim that. Not too much, right? I'm just trying to expose. So here it's still a little solid. No problem. Okay? Sean, are you good? Is this close enough for people?
Yeah, all good.
Okay. So I'm exposed here, I'm exposed here. Well, I'm exposed here and exposed here. So that's the place where I'm gonna just cut. And in doing so, I can start to open this up. I take my knife and I come in and I cut the ribs away. And look at that. Without a mess, I cut away practically the whole thing. Okay?
Okay.
And
There's-
describe what you're talking about with the ribs. We got some real first timers here. We got some teenagers. They never cut a pepper.
Okay, true. We got a lot of aggression in that statement. Okay. So open the fridge, please, Sean. You'll find a baby, not you, Jonathan, a baby bell pepper in there. I'll do a dissection for people. Okay? So these are ribs. You ever get pepper and there's that white part as opposed to the green, orange, red, or yellow part? You know what I'm talking about? Thanks. You can toss that. Varsity athlete, right? He's got to do it. So this is a baby bell, but I'll just to show you what's inside, and they're practically nothing. Okay, these are the ribs. That's why they're baby bells. You
Here,
can eat them as they
I
are.
can get
Those
it
are the
closer.
ribs. Okay.
Right there with the white.
So when Jonathan, we tried to expose that. So what's left? This big, beautiful sheet. Now you might say, well, what are you going to do with these? Those can't be made into strips. What I always do, if I'm making fajitas or a beef and pepper stir fry or crudité as Jonathan's making, this is the kind of thing I'll save to saute for an omelet or for a stir fry, just for myself, little dices. I can even, these fall into natural pretty shapes usually. You know, that can be just, they naturally break apart in those shapes, and that's good enough. But now that we have this strip, and you see this white part, that's part of that rib, that structure that holds all the seeds in, but it's bitter, right, Jonathan?
Yeah.
The flesh is sweet, but the rib is bitter. Like, think of it like pith or peel in an orange, right? That's bitter. So I can just come in here and just cut away a little bit extra. But now that the point is, now that I have this, I can make strips or triangles or anything. And from strips, you make dices. That's how you dice things, right? So I'm going to see. Sorry, it's coming. Maybe it won't. This is very annoying. Okay. Sorry, I feel like it's coming any second, but it won't. Okay. So Jonathan knows I often cut triangles. I go back and forth. But just to make strips, we would come in, and the same thing we did with the celery. Up, we make the cut, but it's going to be really important, guys. I'll turn to finish that cut, which is to say, to land on the board and go through. Watch why it's important if I don't do that, Jay, okay?
Yes.
Sorry, I'm good at cutting. I'm like having trouble making the mistake. Okay, you see what happened? They're kind of stuck together.
Right.
And the reason they're kind of stuck together, and those are a little thin for crudité, the reason they're kind of stuck together is because I didn't do this down, then through, back again, down, and through. That ensures that you cut it. Could you do this? Absolutely you could do that. It's just more energy and more time consuming. It's safe, it's okay. It's just not the finesse you're going to achieve to go quickly later.
Would you want to
Tell
cut
me.
that off? Would you want to cut that off? Is that a
That
part
little
of
bit?
it?
Yeah, so what I do, so when you get really crazy knife skills later, super advanced, jumping from 101 to 401, you can set your hand down. You can actually, instead of holding this entirely like this, you actually, this is an exception to really pull your hand back, and you can come in and you can, what we call, manicure this. Okay? And by manicuring it, I expose just the juiciest part of the flesh. And then from there, you would do that to make very fine little juliennes.
What would that be in? Would that be like an omelet?
It could be, no, this would be more like a garnish for something, or a very delicate noodle, Asian noodle. And then from there, from that julienne, you make what we call brunoise, little tiny dices. So that's what you work up to as you make more stuff. But you just want to break down some vegetables to stir fry them, or right?
A pepper.
So let's cut that pepper. So do you remember what we start with? Let's hold the knife properly.
Yes.
I prefer starting from the top. You expose it to the people, yes. And don't cut off too much. You're looking to do the bare minimum of damage there. Yeah, and you just saw right through that thing back and forth. Yeah, that's great. You're okay. You're hitting the thing. Beautiful. Yeah, make the cut. Okay, at this point now,
Yes.
see, you exposed that beautifully. Okay, and I'll take that. You can garbage bowl that bad boy for me. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I'll take it. Sure. Okay, now turn that to the side, and let's do the same. But you want to look. Whatever is the shortest bump is where you go. You see what I'm saying? Like
So
you
you're
want.
saying right there?
Yeah, because you want to expose. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Like you just want to expose. You want to get rid of all four of them. Yeah, you're good. Great. You got a Mickey Mouse or a 4?
I
Oh, you got a Mickey Mouse. Hold up the Mickey Mouse. Show the people. No, not the actual thing.
Oh.
So if you've got young kids at home, if you're an older sibling and you've got brothers and sisters, look, this is a Mickey Mouse crudité. We love that. And remember, you used to get Mickey Mouse crudité, Jay?
For sure.
Okay, for sure. Okay, now, do you remember what we're doing now? Look at all that you exposed. You've got to cut, stand it up, and just pick an opening.
Right here?
Well, no. I'd make the slit in the big opening towards
here.
me. Yeah, or you, huh? See, I like to work towards me and not to the side. Okay, good. Now you're gonna turn it to the side.
Like this.
Well, let's see. Okay, and now this is good. Now that this is like exposed a little,
Yeah.
you're gonna take the tip of your knife and just loosen that. Okay, because you're gonna try to keep it in one sheet. It's not essential. It's just fun. It's just fun. That's all. Okay. You good? Will can that open a little now? Stop 1 second so I don't hurt you. Thanks. Okay, so you just have to. That's what the issue is. You've got to make the
finish the
cut up
cut?
there. Finish the cut at the tip. There you go. Okay, now you're gonna clean that up.
Sure.
So first, get out the bit. Don't worry about all the ribs. Get the thing that makes a mess out. No, I wouldn't do that.
No, you want this.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's how you did it. Fine. Okay. So now you got to open that. Oh, you got to open it up. There you go. So now get rid of this stuff.
Okay.
Well, that's one way to go. I would do this.
You want to
Yes.
start from here?
But watch your hands, son. You also can do it away from you if you want, if you're nervous, because you're kind of going to tear up that pepper.
Oh,
It's
I
okay.
see.
That's all right. Look, hold on to your knife.
So
It's okay.
do I come here from the top?
I'll show you
down?
what I would do. Stop cutting for 1 sec so I don't hurt you. Oh, well, that's not exciting. Okay. So we won't deal with that right now. What I would just do is you can come in this way. See, I'm holding
Yeah.
it this way a little bit. Or you can come in and
I
you can.
like towards me. More.
Okay, I do
feel
too.
a little bit more
So
control.
you can just kind of, you want to see what that
Yeah.
feels like and finish it? Okay, very good. Garbage bin, very good. Very good. Okay, I know this isn't terribly exciting stuff, but it really is the essence. Okay, what I would do, Jonathan, okay, yeah, you're going to hurt yourself. What I would do, okay, stop, Jonathan, stop for a second.
What?
I just want to show you what's happening.
Yeah.
Okay, so just like let it get it loose, okay? And now just trim that off so you don't hurt yourself. Okay? Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So this one, you also can even come in sometimes and physically tear.
Sure.
Okay? All right, so yeah, careful. Okay, I know it's hard. That's a lot. This is a tough one. Okay, all right, very good. Very good. Very good. Okay. Very good. Okay, good. All right. Good. So it's nice when you first cut it open as you work towards cleaning that cut well. But see, now you can just cut strips.
Sure.
You can cut strips. Okay, but let's get that out of the way. That's in
Sure.
the way. Yeah, set
I'll
it
do
up.
this one
Do that one
first.
first, but that's harder because it's smaller.
It's fine.
No, because you don't have any place for your hands to go when you're not an expert cutter. Okay, but see, it's attached. Do you know why? Do you remember?
Because I didn't follow through.
That's correct.
Go down. Okay.
This can.
Yeah, that's fine.
Trim
We're
that.
gonna start this again. This is knife skills, guys. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna start here. I want you okay, we're gonna clamp our hands, honey. Like, can you do that? Like a clock, like
Like this?
yeah. And then this is what I want you to do. We're gonna do together. Is that okay? We're gonna go. You're clamping the knife.
Yeah.
No, pinch the blade better. Okay. And then you like
I
this big
can't
knife, or
really
you like the smaller knife?
I like the big knife.
Okay.
I can't see though.
I know you
It's in
can.
my hand.
You're gonna come back. Now you're gonna go down. You're gonna go down.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna see it through. And then no, you have to come up before you go down, back and down. Okay. So here we're just gonna say down, down, back. Okay, you know your scissor cutting. Okay, so forward, up, down, forward, up. But you go up, back, down, forward. Up, back, down, forward.
Here's a question for you. So
Back,
Jonathan's
back,
moving.
back. Nope.
Going back.
You're scissor cutting it.
Yeah, I guess I am.
So what's Jonathan doing? Don't
Well,
get
Jonathan's
frustrated.
moving the knife over the cutting board as opposed to moving the vegetable.
That part's okay when you are able to, when you actually do the rocking. But Jonathan is more eager to do this motion, the back. Which if you're really that comfortable, we can try it. But it's usually better to learn to go, well, I'm going to do this again. Okay?
Sure.
Up, back, down, forward. Up, back, down, forward. Up, back, down, forward. Up, back, down, forward.
Up.
No, good. No, draw that. Nope. Draw that knife backwards, close to the product, then down. Down, and then then you're gonna cut it when you move forward. Yes! Did that make sense? You can move the product, but you still have to pick your knife up, dude. You can move the product. There's no need to do it if you do it my way. You gotta bring that knife back more. You're gonna get there, babe. It just takes a lot of time. Okay, you're scissor cutting it again.
How?
Well, I'll show you again.
No, but like
Don't get frustrated. I mean, okay.
up,
Up and down to the back before the down.
back.
Now go down. Oh yeah, baby. Down, now forward. That's how you make the cut. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Now lift the knife up, but not up. Well, okay. Up on to rock it. Back. Nope. Back. Keep going back. Now down. There you go. Does this make sense to anyone who's still watching this? People might not. This might be boring as all hell. Okay. Listen. We're doing this project for Jonathan, and we're filming it for so people can enjoy. If some of this is tiresome and boring, well, that's just the way it is because this is what we're doing. Okay, let's do this, Jay. Let's pile up because we're gonna make some hummus shortly. Let's pile up some peppers. Any peppers that you're proud of and happy with. Some of mine are a little strange. I was gonna say yours all look good.
Because they're all pretty thick. I was trying.
Pretty thick is good for crudité. Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing here. Mine look a little strange.
They're all good eating.
They're all good eating and they will all get used. Don't worry. I tend to serve it facing with the skin side up, not the flesh side up.
Sure.
Looks prettier that way. Okay. All right. So, I think what we'll do is we will do cucumber for our next thing. We can leave carrots out of it if you want right now.
Sure.
To help people to move this along and get the hummus done. Cucumber. This is a hothouse cucumber. You like this. It's not very watery.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you like to eat cucumbers, Jay? Do you like slices or do you like sticks?
Slices. Always,
Okay.
Always.
Slices always. Okay. Slices come plain only, as they say at Colgate. Okay.
Only
Plain.
slices.
Okay, so you're going to, so it moves, it rocks a little, but you want to find its most stable iteration. Okay, so this clearly is more stable than, let's say, that. Right? Does that make sense to everybody? Okay, so you feel that. Let that rock around.
Sure.
So which way is stable? Yeah.
Right here.
No.
Well, yeah, it is stable.
Well, that's okay. But
I'm moving.
that's
You think
better.
that one's more stable?
Don't you? You don't
Yeah.
see what I'm saying? Okay, so we're gonna do a similar thing. We're gonna come, yeah. Now, but first, this cute hot houses you cut off here, so you expose. Yeah, just come and chomp that off. We're gonna put garbage bowl that bad boy. Beautiful.
Do you want me to
Okay.
come off the
No,
back or no?
I leave the end. It's a place to hold on to. Okay, very good.
How thick?
You tell me, son. I like about 1/4 of an inch. How do you like to eat your crudité? You need to be able to dip that thing. Yes. All right. He likes to.
How are we saying a little
Well,
thicker than that?
no, it's good.
obviously
You got to
slice.
be even on it. That's what
Yeah.
you're going to work on. But now it's in the way. You got to move that. That's in the way of all your work. There you go. And you're going to go up. Okay, now go down. All the way to the board. Nope, forward, not backward. Once you go down to the board, you're going to move forward. That's the difference between a scissor cut. This, by the way, excuse me, I'm just going to stop. Flawless. Jonathan Avery.
All right.
Look, sorry, I was supposed to say that. He doesn't like that. Okay, You got to come up on that thing. Come up. Now go down. Now forward. Yes! Okay. Well, you can do that, but you should come back on it. Now down and forward. Okay. You can move through it. Very good. Okay, now you're in a groove. Now, I'll tell you what's going to happen. This happens to me all the time. Sometimes they fall near your knife and you have to stop and move them over otherwise. Okay. And you want to avoid this, paper
Yeah, we
thin
got
ones.
2 of them.
Oh, good. Very good.
All right, sure.
Okay, he finishes this, we'll make the hummus, okay? And then we're off camera, you and I can cut more vegetables if you want.
Sure.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Very good thickness for crude. Great. You're doing a great job. You feeling the rocking motion?
Yes.
Okay. You do a few more slices and we can stop. Then we'll make the hummus. Very good. Now, you see it's attached. Why is that? That's why. Well, you didn't come back enough. Yeah, now down. Slam it down there. Yeah, you see? The more you do, the more you make use of those 8 inches, the better this situation. You're cool. Yes. Okay. You can stop. It's good. Yeah, he's got the groove on. Well, if you don't want to stop, you don't
No,
have
it's
to.
good.
I could clean up while you cut. You want to decorate your thing here?
No, we got a ton.
Okay. Do your thing. We're going to make hummus now, guys. Now, don't worry about all this. This is my garbage bowl. Okay? And I'm going to actually dump my garbage bowl and put these guys all in here. So I will deal with these scraps. We'll make chicken sung for your brother or something
Jay, I think
next
you
week.
got it.
Sure.
Oh, definitely. Oh, very cute. Okay.
No, just
So, that's a
throw
little.
'em on there.
That's fine. All right, so
Here. We can...
we have. Yeah, you can redecorate. That's yeah. I like that better. That's good. I'll put this here. Okay, hummus. Our college kids gonna go make their own hummus? Probably not. They're gonna buy it, right?
Yeah.
However, you might decide at some point you'll have an off-campus. Do you mind if I set this here? You have an off-campus situation or whatever, and you'll want to, to make your own because it can be a little healthier. You can flavor it the way you want. So I'm going to show you how to do that.
Sure.
Okay? Sorry, you can come close to me if you want. I'm going to get out of your way a little bit here. Sean, could I have a strainer, like a little mini strainer? I don't know if we have anybody still watching this. It doesn't matter to me. I'm just happy that are people gone? Are we alone?
No, we're good.
Okay.
We got folks.
Okay, we got folks. Okay. Knife skills aren't sexy, it's work, right, Jonathan?
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
work.
what it is. Okay.
It's foundation. It's foundation.
Foundational.
Sure.
It won't,
All the soccer boys are like, you're working on the foundation moves.
that's
Yeah.
right. What would that be?
Fundamentals.
Fundamentals. What would that be in soccer? Dribbling,
Not really dribbling.
bouncing the ball. What are the things they ask you to
Juggling.
do? Where you juggling?
Juggling, square, like a square pass.
There you go.
Like very boring.
Okay, well
boring
here's
things.
another soccer word that I always misuse, which is pressure. So you're gonna apply pressure to this lemon. Why? You know how to pick a lemon in the grocery store? Which lemon do you think is juicier? It's interesting. Which one is heavier?
Probably this one.
I agree with you, and I think this one is juicier. Typically, the heavier ones are the juicier ones. It makes sense. Okay, but we want to loosen up the juice. Okay, and we are going to roll it back and forth. We're not gonna, don't bust it open like He-Man or something, but you want to roll it back and forth. And then when we slice this bad boy open, it's gonna be all juice. Okay, so this is that's it. And now you see it's very juicy. Okay, so we'll set that there for a second. Chickpeas. I have two. Yeah, so I know it's the oils,
Yes.
just like when I
Yeah.
make you a tisane.
Tizan, yeah.
Okay, so sorry, which I actually, if Luca's still on, I learned in Venice from someone who worked at a villa where my family was staying. She used to make me lemon tisanes.
How about that?
Fantastic. So I have 2 cloves of garlic in here. We will get to garlic and onions in our journey of Technique Not Torture for Teens. But I have 2 cloves of garlic in the food processor. And now I have chickpeas, also known as garbanzo beans. You've heard that before?
Yes.
So the liquid that the chickpeas are in is called aqua faba. Aqua faba is what vegans use. Sorry, I can't look at you while I do this. I don't want to slice my hand open. Because this is sharp. Ugh.
Nice.
Aqua faba is what vegans use to make meringue. Because of course they don't eat egg whites because they're vegans.
Right.
So if you really cared, you could save the aqua faba, take your your hand mixer or your standing mixer and add sugar and you'd have meringue.
How about that?
I don't care, so we're going to be dumping it out. You're okay with this? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So we're dumping this out. Now, that was all meant to happen over the sink. Okay, not a problem. Let me just make this a little cleaner here. And we'll use this. So, the thing with chickpeas is this. When you buy them, it's a strong smell. Garbanzo beans are the real deal. All beans. So, you might notice... Well, I'll come close to the screen. And you can handle this a second yourself. Do we see that, Sean will direct me. Do we see that these chickpeas have these skins? Okay, and then notice the difference in color between the one that I peeled and the one that still has the skin on it?
Oh yeah, how about that?
How about that? Here's the deal. Single best hummus of your life is gonna be with peeled chickpeas. Are we gonna be peeling chickpeas? now or in college or any? Are we gonna do that?
Well,
No.
I don't know.
The short
I mean,
answer-
The hummus I had in Qatar, it was probably worth it.
All right. So for the purpose of this exercise, nobody wants to watch you do that, so we're not gonna do
No.
that. But you should know
It might be worth it.
It might be worth it.
If you want that good, like, Syrian Lebanese.
truly creamy hummus, you need to get rid of this white stuff and have. Okay, right, Jay?
Yeah.
Okay, but we're not
That's
gonna do
where
that.
the protein is, though.
I understand. I'm just giving you the culinary. I'm just telling you the information.
All right.
All right. Anybody have issues or allegations about this? They can tell me. But okay. All right. We're gonna dump these bad boys in. Okay. And now, well, I don't like this one. Sorry. I like the bigger one. I'm sorry. Can I have the bigger one, Sean? I have two of these. Sorry. Sorry. Okay. All right, Jay. Good. You're gonna be on the left, actually. Okay. And you're gonna be my. I'll take the reamer too while you're at it. Thanks. Okay, I'm gonna cut this thing. This is the one you did. It's very juicy. Okay.
Yes.
So look.
Right now.
Oh baby, let's actually see who's right. I thought this one was juicier. I think I'm right. And see, I'm cutting at an angle. I said not to do that. Yeah. See, you
Why
can
don't we
tell.
cut at an angle?
Well,
Because math.
it's just safer to be. Well, the kids won't like this word. It's a erect. You know, just be straight on. Sorry, keep it interesting. Okay, here you go. Sit. Sorry. Put this down.
Jonathan horrified.
He's not horrified. It's a difference. It's a word. It's a
word in
physical
English
word.
language.
It's a word in English language that has architectural applications and otherwise. Okay, this I don't know about this. This is usually meant to sit like this.
Ah.
You see? Okay.
Well, it's okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Go sweet. We want a ton of lemon juice in our hummus. Homemade hummus should have a ton of lemon juice. Okay. Very good. So why is he doing it this way? Could he do this over a bowl here and then pour it all in? Yes, but it's just another thing for him to clean. I'm anti-torture, right? We're pro-technique, anti-torture, so we want to clean as little as possible. You're cool with this? You're doing a very good job. So let's say you don't have a reamer because you're at college or whatever. You can do it with a fork too. So you do the other half with the fork.
Sure.
Very good. For the purposes of this exercise, you can be done. But ideally, you want to go, until the thing has no more juice. Go ahead.
Right.
And you can try with the fork or the
I'll
reamer.
try with the fork.
Yeah, see, if you might like the fork better. Some people do. I like a reamer, but a fork is good.
Fork's better with limes.
Fork's good with limes. Limes don't have seeds. Lemons have seeds. Persian limes don't have seeds. Key limes have a ton of seeds. Persian lime, what the heck's a Persian lime? A conventional lime, as you know a lime to be, right? A key lime is a little baby, perfectly orb-like round lime that produces key lime juice that you make key lime pie out of. They are full of seeds.
And the best.
And the best. Sean was asking me he's reminded me that he didn't get a key lime pie this year.
Mm-hmm.
So I will make you one. It's a citrus fruit. We can get these in the winter. So, okay. Yeah.
So you want me to do it with a fork?
If you want to.
Catnip Lana wants to know if Jonathan has to do the dishes too.
Yeah, he'll help a little with the dishes.
It's hard.
These are juicy lemons.
Squeeze it with your hand, Jay. Around the fork.
Around the fork, yeah.
There you go.
This is good also because you guys are helping me do the test for what tools does Jonathan want to go off on his own with. What are his top kitchen tools, right? Clearly he'll want a reamer for all of his key lime juice and okay. So these are extremely juicy. Why don't we hold off on the last half just because here, I'll switch with you for a sec. I'll switch with you if you don't mind, son. So look, there's still juice in here, right? Because you trapped a lot of seeds.
Ah.
No, it's all good. You're doing a very good job. Where's what you worked on? Okay. I'll just help you with this.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, all right. And now we're going to add, we're probably going to end up adding some water, truth be told. Usually you end up adding a little bit of water to a hummus, okay?
And a couple people who haven't seen you in forever, Lauren. What are we doing? What is this?
What
new
are we
series?
doing? Thank you for joining. This has been it's a little snoozy for the viewers, but not
Yes.
for us. We're doing knife skills tonight, and we're making, Jonathan did
But
this.
whole series. What's this whole series?
This whole series is called Technique, Not Torture for Teens. Or if you're licking hands, you're washing them, dude. Go.
Sure.
Come back and say
Very
hello later.
Acidic.
It's
getting in
acidic.
my cut.
It's getting in your cut. Don't I know it? Wash with soap and water. Technique, Not Torture for Teens. Jonathan's joining me every week, and I'm teaching him the basics that I've always wanted to teach him that I really never have, which is crazy because he lives here. People say, oh, your sons must be such great cooks. I say, no,
Great
they're
eaters.
great food critics, but not right,
Like to
Jonathan.
eat.
But not necessarily great cooks because, admittedly, I'm kind of controlling in that area. Okay, so for hummus we need olive oil and tahini and possibly water and cumin. I have some za'atar for you.
I love
He
za'atar.
loves that, and I'm going to teach you something fun to do
What
at
is
the end.
za'atar?
Well, za'atar is a Mediterranean
Arab
seasoning, yeah.
Seasoning. Yeah.
Sumac.
Middle Eastern, I would
Dried
say.
sumac.
And sometimes thyme and oregano. This one has sesame seeds, which is typical. Sesame and sumac, I think, are essential for za'atar. And then usually there's a green.
Ethan can confirm that Jonathan has great takes on the cafeteria food.
Really? Because I break his lunch every day. I'm going to talk to Ethan after this, okay? I'd love to know what he's buying when I'm sending him. Okay. Small one, please.
Honestly, the food at the cafeteria, it's not even that bad. Like,
It's not even that bad.
Ethan had like a solid sandwich today.
Oh,
Looked
thank you,
okay.
Ethan.
Looked
I'm gonna
okay.
get to sleep a little later, thanks
It
to you.
looked okay.
So this is my favorite brand. I'm just gonna say this straight up. I'm holding House of Halva tahini, which is very good.
Here, I'll-
But my favorite
Chocolate.
is Seed and Mill. My favorite ever is Seed and Mill. I'm just gonna say it. I'm sorry, because now I have separated sesame paste and oil. Right? Tahini is just sesame butter. Right? It's just sesame seeds and the oil that comes from it. So this is, when you get the peanut butter separated. So we need about 2 tablespoons. That's accurate, but it's separated. So I'm gonna add. Does that make sense? I'm gonna
Yeah.
add in its own oil. We might add more. We might want more flavor. I'll send you with a recipe. I have a recipe, but okay. You want about 2 teaspoons of cumin.
Should I eyeball
Substantial. What?
Should I
I'm
eyeball
eyeballing it now.
Alright.
When you do it, you'll have a measuring teaspoon, and okay.
Sure.
And then you'll see. You might want to add more. You definitely want salt in hummus. None of this is gonna taste like what it's
Right.
supposed to be without a little bit of salt. Okay.
All right.
Now.
Why salt for the teenagers?
Salt is the sovereign of seasonings. This is not a quote from me. This is a quote from James Beard, who's one of America's great culinarians. And what that means is...
Not Coach Beard, James Beard.
Coach Beer.
Yeah. James Beard said salt is the sovereign of seasonings, meaning that all things taste more of what they are with salt. Garlic is nothing without salt. In fact, if you pinch your nose and you put an Oreo in your mouth, you'll have a hard time tasting it. If you lose your olfactory sense, you can still perceive salt.
That's
Okay?
pretty awesome.
It's very awesome. It's the only thing for which that is true. I know we're going to need to add water to this. I know it. I'm just telling you right now. But
Would
we're
you
going
like to do it beforehand or no?
Well, no. I want to see what's doing.
All right, sure.
Let's do this. We're going to run that motor, and then you're going to put some olive oil down there with
Yes.
using the cruet, okay? Now you can go on. Oh, does it not in? Oh,
Is it
that's
not
off,
buzzing?
babe.
No.
Sorry. Very good. Pour the oil while it's going.
How much?
I'll tell you. A couple tablespoons. You're good. Yeah, nice slow stream like that. You can't go wrong. You're doing a good job. Keep it up. Very good.
Think that's good?
No, you go a little more.
Smells good.
You can stop for a sec. I'll do a little water.
How much
Oh, baby.
water?
I put in, you come up to about 1/4 of a cup, 4 tablespoons worth. I probably put in about 2. Oh my God, it smells good.
Yeah.
And see, it's not going to be as smooth as in Cutter because we have all those skins, but I wanted you to
Yeah.
understand the difference. But this is really letting it run so it gets smooth. You want to taste it, see if we did a good job?
Sure.
Okay, let's taste it. Because you're going to taste it, you're going to say, oh, I want more tahini, I want more cumin, I want
Want me
more
to get a
olive
spoon?
oil. Yeah, get a spoon. Let me get a spoon.
Thank you.
And it might just want to run more. Mmm,
Let's see.
it's got a kick.
Let's get a look here.
It's quite nice.
It's quite nice.
It's not smooth because of the skins, but
Well, we can let it go more.
it's great. I
You
think
want it more?
this would add some
I'm going to tell you how you do that, okay?
extra a little bit, but I like the flavor overall.
I like the flavor overall. The salt quotient is very good.
Salt quotient
Okay.
is great. The olive oil is great. It
Fantastic. So
stands
let's
out.
do this. Let's get, you know how when we serve these things, I like to be somewhat cleaned up. Okay.
Sure.
So here's how we're going to, I don't mind this so much. You tasted that there? Good.
Great.
Okay. This can stay over here.
Yes.
Okay. You stand right next to me. Perfect, son.
Here?
Yeah,
Alright,
you're
cool.
good. You're good, sweetheart. Excuse me, everybody. Sorry.
Here, I'll get this out of
Yeah, you could, but keep that little rag thing. We might use it. Okay, very good. In fact, we can use it right here. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, obviously, again, you're in college. Do you want your water, by the way?
Sure.
You can have that.
Thank you.
So you're in college. You really might not be getting involved in making your own hummus, but I still
I don't
want
know,
you
it's
to
a lot
know
better than
it's
when you
not.
buy
It's a lot better than when you buy it, right?
It's a lot better.
So all the friends who are on, if you want Jonathan to bring this to lunch tomorrow with the crudité, you got a deal. If you all want that. So I'm just dumping it in here, hun, because I want to show you something.
The only deal is Jonathan has to take a picture of it.
What?
He's got to take a picture of it.
We have to take a picture of it?
Yeah, so you can.
Okay, hold on. I want to show you
No,
something.
no, no. I mean, at lunch.
Oh, it might, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that we see the meeting at. Yeah. Okay. So what you can do
Yeah.
is you can make like a little well in it
Design.
if you want.
Sure.
Just like this is kind of a small. This is a bit of a too small of a vessel to do it.
Yeah.
But you can take a little drizzle,
A little drizzle of olive oil.
like the little, and you can even if you have a lemon olive oil, like you can get a finishing oil, and then you can here sprinkle your za'atar. You love za'atar, I know.
Whoa.
Look how pretty, sweetheart. You made this, Jay. Now I want you to tell me, son. But that's how you dress up a store-bought, guys. That's how you dress up your store-bought hummus at
Alright.
school. You get yourself a jar of
Here we go.
za'atar and some lemon oil.
So,
You rocked it, babe.
That's pretty great.
It's pretty great. Dad, you want me to hold the camera so you can taste it?
no, I'm good.
You're good? Okay.
Believe me, I got two
Now
cameras
all we
here.
need.
You guys have no idea this.
Oh, you want your olive bread? Stay here, Jay.
Oh.
Stay here. All right, straight from Brooklyn. This is the olive stick. This is an Israeli treat. You were saying you thought it would be good with the hummus.
No, I mean,
Go ahead.
kibbe.
Kibbe.
Yeah.
You like it?
Shawarmas. Be great.
But the za'atar is good. The za'atar will
The
help
olive
you
stick?
kids with the store-bought stuff.
Right there.
No, hold on.
Were you right? He's doing a William. William walks it off. Come back on camera. You're happy with that? So very simple. But even not peeling, I mean, it really is a lick. If you were sitting watching a movie, you're like, it's like shelling peas. I'll take all the skins off my chickpeas while I'm watching it. Fine. But for the most part, it's a nuisance. I mean, who's going to do that?
I mean, the flavor is just.
Fantastic, right?
Sam says Dave and
try one
Valentine
more
are walking over for a bite.
Oh! Well, they'll have to fight Maggie because she found a piece of chicken on the floor and now she likes chicken.
And Helen wants to know, how do you spell the final spice? Why don't we just give you a
Za'atar
close-up?
is usually a Z-A''A''R. Za'atar. And this is a great brand, by the way, Zesty Z. These guys, remember they gave us oregano
Everything.
popcorn?
Basil's
They
seasoning.
make it, let me show you. They also make a really nice, everybody makes this now, but they make a really beautiful everything bagel seasoning.
Yes.
So Zesty Z, I totally love Zesty Z. And when we post this, we can tag these things, like when it goes to live permanently in our, they don't call it IGTV anymore, whatever the heck they call it. We'll tag these guys. But this is the kind of thing I will send him to school with like a spice arsenal so he can dress up. But this is, don't you find this to be much less heavy, much lighter than hummus you buy?
Oh.
It's a spa hummus.
100%.
It's so much lemon juice that you use less of the fattening tahini and less oil because we made it so lemony.
But
So it's a
still
health-
the flavor is on point.
On point, but it's, don't you feel that texturally it's light?
Oh yeah.
Right. So that's how we accomplish
Would you
that.
say this is elite hummus, Jay?
He would say
Not quite.
Top 3 hummus.
Top 3 hummus.
top 3
No.
hummus.
One.
At the
Was-
Royal Palace in
no.
Qatar. No.
What was it called in Qatar? In this
It was a
Souk
Syrian
Waqif.
restaurant. In
Syrian
the Souk
restaurant.
Waqif, yeah.
Damascus one.
Yeah, Damascus.
There you go. That was the bomb, and we had one in Israel that was particularly good.
Oh,
This-
in the Arab village, what was that?
Abu.
Abu Ghraib.
No,
sorry.
not Abu Ghraib. Jesus.
Abu Ghraib. Abu.
Abu something
funny,
right
Abu Ghraib
outside
is
of
not-
Jerusalem, but
Yeah, it's an Arab village.
it's
in,
great.
In Israel.
This
It's very famous, right?
is
Number 3.
third. It's unbelievable. It's awesome.
All right. Well, knife skills. He did a. I'm gonna show everybody. Those are mine. Fantastic job. Rectangles and circles, that's what a lot of cutting is at first. And the more you get used to the knife skills, you can prepare your food and be healthy and happy and flavorful.
Made me
right?
happy.
All right, good. Okay, next week, before the holiday and during Hanukkah, don't worry, we're not going to deep fry anything. We are going to make Jonathan's favorite. A quick homemade tomato soup and grilled cheese.
Yes! The best.
We'll see you then.